Hi, my name is Courtney Linton, and I'm from the LaRue County FFA chapter. And today I'm going to be sharing with you my speech about the farmer suicide epidemic. So, in today's scattered society, many Americans struggle to see one of the largest issues facing our population. Suicides among farmers and members of farm families have become one of the largest issues in the world of agriculture. Although droughts, money shortages, pests, and so much more cause major issues, there is no issue bigger or more important than keeping our farmers alive and well. Farmers have a major impact on the day-to-day life of every individual on our planet. Without farmers, we would not have clothes to wear, food to eat, fuel for our vehicles, or anything else for that matter. So many years ago, when the first Americans laid ground on the United States, they found Native Americans. These Native Americans needed farming to survive, and as many of the settlers here soon realized, they also needed farming to survive. Farming was the only way that the Native Americans knew to live. They taught the white settlers how to grow a variety of crops, including corn, squash, beans, tomatoes, potatoes, tobacco, as well as other several types of berries. These people had a great knowledge of the land and soil health and were the first ones to practice the idea of sustainable agriculture. Planting squash to shade out weeds, beans to fixate nitrogen, and corn for the beans to climb, it is often speculated that Native American corn yields were far greater than the European wheat yields in the same time periods. Farming has become a way of life for so many people, and as citizens of this country, it is our job to help combat this frightening epidemic. Not only as Americans, but also as citizens of Kentucky, it is our job to show support for our Kentucky farmers and their families. In a study conducted in 2012 by the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention, it was shown that 16.2 males per 100,000 male farmers commit suicide as compared to the normal 12.5 male suicides per 100,000 in the general population. As you can see, we need to help support and encourage our local farmers. Farmer suicide rates are on the rise in our state and our communities. However, we can make a difference. According to the National Farmers Union, the male farmer suicide rate was double that of the general population in only 2014. Why does that go without a big blowout or news announcement? Farmers provide for us, and it's extremely devastating that the farmers or their families get to feeling like their circumstances are so terrible that there is no other way out for them to go. We can put an end to these thoughts. We can help our farmers feel appreciated for every single thing that they do for us. We need our farmers. Without them, there is no way that any human being could survive in this world. They till the land and put in hundreds of thousands of man-hours every single year and feel still as if they could go without notice or recognition. Every single day, farmers all around us face a large number of difficult trials. Although some of these trials are more difficult than others, they're still trials that they face. The American Farm Bureau Federation says that the number one thing that they hear from farmers across the board is that they have an inability to sleep all through the night. This tends to be due to the fact of the huge amounts of stress that farmers are faced with. This issue of not being able to get enough sleep can cause many farm-related injuries as well. A wise person once told me on the topic of farm safety that if a farmer isn't fully rested or aware of his surroundings, then a great deal of danger can be circled around the farmer. A full night of rest can save a life. Be aware. Another trial that farmers face is the trade war between the United States and China, which has created a big strain in the lives of American farmers due to the fact of rising tariffs. These tariffs have caused a large issue within the finances of United States farmers. Without the necessary money, some farmers are being forced to let their family farms disappear, even if these farms have been in the family for hundreds of years. So next time you think of food, make sure you're thinking of the farmer. Another thing to remember is that when the crops or the finances are struggling, so are farmers. Farmers put out extreme amounts of money on equipment, seed, and other supplies in order to provide all the many necessities and products that we need in our lives, which so many farmers help provide to us. Kentucky soybean farmers feel the largest of the financial strain from the tariff war with China, as they are the number one exported crop in the country. Farmers facing this issue have families, lives, bills, and circumstances too, on top of the fact that they also need to pay for all the equipment, materials, housing, and storing needed each day to run their farms, which can add up to an extremely large amount of money. They have to provide those necessities in order to keep the lives of the everyday citizens going along as normal. They are desperately in need of our support. In conclusion, as citizens, we need to stand behind and support our farmers. It is our duty to see that the rate of the suicide epidemic is largely decreased. Without farmers, the world would run out of everything and become empty. In order to live, we need our farmers. I urge every person about to hear my words to make at least one post monthly in support of our local farmers, using the following hashtag, Save for Kentucky Farmers.